Hello and welcome. Today is the 26th of July 2017, and I want to go over the Gulden NLG Playbook as I have re-entered today, and I'm hoping to get some ASAP or a bit more as well. And then maybe more in the intermediate term. I'm going to go over the playbook like I stated, and I was in this first on April the 18th. I got in, and I'm going to go over the mistake, a big mistake that I made. Very big mistake, actually, and maybe even a couple, to be honest with you, now that I'm looking at this further. All right, so on April the 18th, it was this day in here, and I can see why I went long on this. It's most certainly you had this resistance, you broke out, you corrected within this band, and you were breaking it again. Man, that was pretty low area to sell. I didn't sell here. I'll show you the orders in which that was made. As it was April the 18th, I bought at 32.24 at 306. And I'm doing the exact same thing now I tried to do back then, and that's get more. Because I bought 70 tokens almost, and I got 100 more about a half hour later. But the strategy, buy low, sell high. And I'm starting to buy now. And when it goes lower, I will buy more. If the market goes higher, it's going to be sell. And then the buyback strategy. And the buyback strategy is where you attempt to buy what you sell at a lower price. If you're able to buy back for a 25% haircut in price, then you can get 1 1/3 times more of the tokens back for the same amount that was sold for. So then, I didn't do the greatest of jobs of it before. So we can see I bought 32 and 31 on the 18th. And I even sold a little bit there on the same day. Complete day trade, 32, 34. But then on the 24th, as the price dropped back down to 32, I bought back again. The 27th, it dropped down to 30. I'll buy some more. And I'm planning to do the exact same thing again if it does. And I'm kind of hoping that it does just to get a higher accumulation of tokens. But I'm just trying to get a positive return when it's all said and done. And then 24, buy again on May the 1st. Later that day, I sell a little bit at 26. Sell a bit at 24. That's must not have liked something at the time. But then I sold out at 37 and 44. And that was on June the 13th. I sold out. And I've done nothing in a month and a half until now. I bought 10:47 in the morning, which turns out to be 26 minutes of real time from when I'm doing this, buying at 30. This is where I'm trying to buy back again, 29.58. And I'm kind of looking here. If I see anyone close to low 30s, I'm probably just going to take it. But I don't want to buy 30.93 though. 30.92 now. I really don't. And I know if I just bid up, it's just going to get overtaken anyway. So I'm hoping I'm able to acquire some more tokens. So I'm going to keep my eye on it, because the strategy is to accumulate as much as I can. But I don't want to buy them all now and then, geez, it goes down to 26, 22, 2,000, and then now I'm stuck with a whole bunch, and I'm either going to have to have a higher position to lower my dollar cost or Bitcoin cost average, or rather. So it's all about the chart now. Here's what we stand. Well, this is what I basically did and I should have done instead. So I bought in here, which was correct. That was totally correct. But I should have been selling here. I mean, there's a buyback right here. I mean, so obvious. There's no excuse other than whatever else you can state, where if you're going to be selling in here, 34, 36, why you're not buying back somewhere in here. I mean, you have so many days to look at and say, yeah, I might as well get, I mean, I got a deal. I mean, I sold, say, 34.4, and now we're at price action of 3,000. That's 15%. That's not bad. And then there's the buyback here. And I didn't place it. I probably should have. I just got out. And I mean, I got it at the top. That's great. Or 44. Close enough. That's fine. But you don't have to hit the top to do well. I mean, you don't have to get 5,000. I got 44 at my highest sell. Okay, should have placed a seller or buy order 36 or something. And you buy here at 36 and you don't get the bottom. And it didn't matter again because price action moved in here. And then if you bought in here, say at 33, you still can sell at 36. And you know what? Sometimes you're just going to buy, and there's a spot where, okay, you buy here at, say, whatever, 32, 36. You put a sell order for 38.64. It obviously didn't hit. And then you might be in a stage here where you accumulate more. And I probably should have had buy orders in here as well. Now, this chart overall, I mean, it's really choppy to say the least. And the strategy that I do works well in markets that don't go straight down and don't go straight up for that matter as well. This is a strategy I like to use within choppy and nice up and down volatile markets. But we look at this on different time frames. We got the daily here. Let's move this to the 3-day and then the weekly, even the monthly. There's a lot of data within this. So here we have a situation within this low last summer at around 265 and this high at 14,000 last year. And it's just been going sideways really ever since. It's made this low in at 1,000. It's been making some higher lows. So it definitely has the capabilities to break down. Heck, I could even see 1,000. So why do I want to be buying now at 3,000 if I think can go to 1,000? Well, it's possible. It may not, though, which is the reason why you start doing now. And, of course, you start selling as well if the opportunities come. I'll get into sell orders in a little bit. I've already got a sell order in for what I bought earlier. But as far as buying spots, you can see that on any further decent decline, you're going to want to put buy orders in around 25. At least I'm going to. That's what my playbook is. Then I'm definitely going to want to put them in here, especially when I show you more longer term data. At this 1,000 number, psychological. But I'm also going to want to buy in the middle area too, like a 15, 16. But put the buy orders in there. So if I have a situation where it comes down, say first to here at 24, then I'm going to be looking to put some of that sell order into the 30 number. I'll buy at 24. Oh, I sell at 30. And then if the sell order comes in at 30, I'm going to look to buy it back. So if I sell 1 unit at 30, I can essentially buy like 1.3 back at 24ish or something or whatever, something in that level. So I can do well. If I could want to buy back equal amounts, that's a good strategy too, where I'm buying here at this 25. I'm selling at like 29, 30 or whatever. Say I sell 100 units or whatever number I choose, and I'm going to try to buy back 100 units at a cheaper price, and then it's going to be a little cheaper in Bitcoin cost, so the remainder is just essentially Bitcoin profit. So there's different ways of doing it, and then in the middle of the two. So say, for example, if I sell 100 units at a price, and I could buy it completely back for 133, well, 133 is getting maximum token back with really no profit taking in Bitcoin. Buying 100 keeps you at the same flat area with, of course, Bitcoin profit. And you can take a little bit of both by like maybe buying 115 or 117, something in that nature. So that you're basically profit taking a bit of Bitcoin and then actually accumulating a little bit more free tokens, as I like to talk about it. Okay, so within this chart, we can even see there'll be an uptrend line broken going sideways. That doesn't look too bullish. Again, I see potential for lower prices, and because I don't bet that much, it makes sense that this works out well, that as days go on, I can make larger size buys down here. Let's move this on to the weekly time frame. There's a lot of data in here. Yeah, this is it. So this goes back to 2014 in June with the price even as low as 33 Satoshi. And this is a program that I make, just a very simple, from language that I learned in 1986 87, yeah, 1987, 86 even. I was learning it. And I was born in 75, so I learned this type of language as a kid. Then in high school, I only took I took one computer programming language of this nature, and I did a whole bunch of times in college, and I just kept programming when I had a computer. Anyway, 30 is the low, 5509 is the high, which leaves key Fibonacci numbers 76.4 at 1610 and 752. So 752 was this area in here. So it's at a key point. And the 16 number represents this previous resistance and really this support. Yet it went down to 1,000. That's an extra pierce that I talk about. These levels usually play out well in key format area, and when they approach them, they go extra. So if you're looking at a resistance field, if I got a key level where I think there's an upside target, well, say for example here, I'll get an upside target, say to 5,300. Well, it went up to 13, but it did settle in this area. And I can probably tell, I'm looking for an uptrend going lower, so I would do something like 1899 to 244. And then I would calculate upside Fibonacci. Now, this is, of course, passé, but it gives you an idea of how it would work. It's just going here, 18, and then, you know what, as long as they're close, it's really a ballpark area. It really works well. So 66.86. So this is exactly as I was saying. It settled in towards that area as a key top, but it pierced extra, and the piercing extra was 100% extra, and that's just a little bit more, but that's how these markets are maneuvering. So when I use these numbers, oftentimes when I'm looking at buy and sell orders, I'm really concentrating the most and playing through, expecting, okay, if it's going to go to a certain area, it's probably going to do a bit more. So again, the plan is to buy. I mean, I would really be surprised if this area here breaks through unless this thing's going to ultimately collapse. Which is why when I'm making any type of strategies like this, I cannot do any kind of risk, any kind of entry that would ultimately be devastating if this particular code does the worst case scenario. And that's basically playing, again, understanding the risk, understanding the reward. But as I see it in here, I got a high of 14,880. And I'm looking for a price correction, which happens here. And a low of 1323. Let's put that number in. Up target, 66,000. Okay. Well, it might be a pipe dream, but that's what the math says. And remember, you pierce it extra, so you're looking to go closer to 100,000 or maybe 85, 90,000, but you want to sell some of the 50, 60. This is long-term talking, of course. This is the weekly time frame. We're looking at a move that went from October of 16 down to February. This is stuff if this crypto games are still playing into 2018, 2019, it's long-term target. And well, we'll see what happens, but there's your risk reward. Your reward is this thing can pretty much, over the next several months, test some extreme areas 30 times higher. And its risk is everything you put into it. So that would explain it as far as how I am looking to play this. Now, as far as, like I mentioned, sell orders, 34.48, and I really am banking on the fact that either this thing is going to get bought, or if I do sell at 34.48, I'm going to buy this baby back. And it's not much. It's 0.25% of a Bitcoin that I'm selling. So I'm going to buy back 0.25%. But here's the thing. What happens if it goes down now? I'm going to get new action. I got an okay amount of Bitcoin to work with in my balance, and it's always easy to get Bitcoins available with other exchanges and removing other buy orders. But where would I want to buy below 29.58? I want to get in now, and look, I mean, this is just sick, 30.48. I mean, I want to get in. I'm trying to get more now, but I don't want to pay the price. That's just, I mean, I could pay the piper, I guess, but no, I don't want to. Anyway, so I've already got that in. Maybe I could even think I can put one around 28, 27. Well, let's just look at this on a shorter term time frame. Let's take about the 30-minute. You know, I'm looking here at 28, and I can even do some Fibonacci calcs short term. Question is, do I do it from here or here? Do I just play on these 25 lows? Okay, let's do short term Fib. So we got a low in at 26.08. And a high in at 32.95. We got the 24-hour high here anyway. 32.95. Voila. We got 3,000, which is where we are now. So 28.52. So now what I got to do is I got to check the order book and see what 28.52 area looks like. One Bitcoin total. Is there any big buy walls below this? Not really. 28's an even number too. And look at this. We got a decent one at 28.01. So I do the same thing every time in a situation like this. And then I'm just going to do 1/3 of 1% of a Bitcoin in this. I got 10% available, and I can get more easy, but that's still not good enough. I want decent pullbacks as well. And right here at this previous low, but do I want to? I'm going to probably speculate even lower and try to hit these previous lows in around 25. So we'll try to find something here. And this is just, I just want to go over strategies. This is a decent one at 25 even. So let's do this again. There's another one. So for now, I don't really think I need to put a buy order in for anything lower. I mean, I guess I technically could have it ready just in case, because I know it's going to be something in case some person does that interesting move I see now and again when they're like, oh my goodness, I just want to sell it off like so much. And I should probably even go, no, it's just tying up so much. The thing about having all these buy orders in it, when you go crazy and you look at chart over chart, man, your balance can get down pretty good. I can get this down from 0.10 to 0.04, 0.02 pretty quick if I'm just going to go for chart versus chart after chart. And then I look at my buy orders, I'm like, holy crap. But you know what, though? I can have a bunch of buy orders, and then in a 12-hour period, I might have 1 or 2 get filled. It's really not much. So it seems like it would be, but it really isn't, because I got a lot of different buy orders in here. But this video is just regarding the strategy, and this is pretty much for any code that I would like to do this for. You simply, when markets go down, you buy, and you see in here, like, look at how many buy orders would get filled in this point. And then instantly you can sell a bunch of them. Maybe buy a bit of them back in here. Some sell orders are going to arrive here. And these buy orders, well, you know what? They've never been filled. You sold at 2083. Not filled. And then you're going to sell in here a bit. Well, these ones get filled. These sell orders, well, they've already gotten filled. That's pretty much the whole strategy. And this works, again, very well in choppy up and down markets. Love doing this with Monero. And it works well in markets, of course, that just go up and down. But if it goes straight down, what's going to happen is you're going to keep buying. And then you're going to be like, holy crap, you're going to have a lot of tokens. You're rarely ever going to get sell orders come in. For every 3 or 4 buy orders, you're going to get 1 sell order. It sucks. And if it goes straight up, well, you're going to get to the point where you're going to run out of tokens pretty darn fast. And the gains are fine. I mean, I'd rather that than straight down, obviously, because gains are always gains. But in a situation where markets do this sideways type of stuff, then you can profit when buying and holding will just keep you neutral. All right then. Thank you for tuning in. Don't want to go too long. Wow, 21 minutes. Wow. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.